Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Regis Jesuit High School Girls Gym for tonight's Raider basketball action. I'm Hudson Ridley, joined tonight by Cam Bhuler. Pretty big night for the Raiders. A good Raiders team here, facing off against what some could say is an even better Grandview team, as it's a tough task when you look at the stats coming into today. Grandview only 5-9, but they've played a national schedule. Cam, what can you tell me about Grandview that is so important to look out for tonight?
Oh, it's going to be height here. It's going to be genetics that the Raiders are going to fight here. We're talking about Lauren Betts standing at a nice 6'8". That is massive, especially for high school girls. She was McDonald's American. I forgot the exact words. And she was number 1 in the nation right now as a player. But she's got a sister, Sienna Betts, averaging 10 points per game. She's a freshman, keep that in mind, at 6'3" as well. This family is just massive. Rather than that, she's also a passer, I believe, playing most likely than not forward. But there's a triple threat going here.
Woo.
Mara Hudgens, averaging 15.4 points per game, which is, yet again, a huge number. That's really all I have here for this Grandview team. Hudson, you got anything to add?
Well, let's take a look at this Regis team. Not entirely the height that you would like to see facing this matchup against Grandview, as you mentioned, with players at 6'8", 6'3", another one at 6 foot and 5'10". A very tough matchup for the Raiders when they have two girls that are 6'2", but that is really the end of the depth at height. We are about to get ready for tip-off, prayer, and the national anthem. We will be back with you after that. I'm Hudson Ridley, joined by Cam Bhuler. You're watching Raider Basketball on the Raider Sports Network.
Loving God, we thank you for bringing us here this night to enjoy this competition. We pray your blessing on all the athletes. Pray that they will be able to perform to their best ability and to be their best selves out on the court. We pray that you bless all of us gathered here to support them, that we can do it in a spirit of joy and enjoyment. And so we ask that you bless all that we do this night as we pray that all of our thoughts, words, and actions be for the greater glory of God. Amen.
I ask you to please remain standing, face the wall on the south flag on the south wall for the singing of our national anthem by Regis' own junior, Sophia Meyer.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
So after that national anthem by Regis Girls Basketball's very own Sophia Meyer, we're set to hear the starting lineups again. If you're just joining us, welcome to a fantastic night of action on the Raider Sports Network. that
Let's meet the
we have
players
a
for
girls
tonight's
team that's
matchup, starting
been
with
doing pretty
Grandview.
well here at Regis, but going to go up
First,
against
the
a
reserves
tough
in numerical
opponent
order.
and the #1 player in the
Number 3,
country
Kate
standing at
Lewis.
6'8". It's going to be a tough night. Reserves
Number 22,
being
Lisa
announced
Dillon.
for the Wolves right now.
And number 35, Kennedy O'Brien.
Only 3 reserves tonight,
And
going to
the
be a
starters
little bit
for the
short.
Wolves. Number 1, Maya Charles. Number 5, Sienna Betts. Number 11, Gabriella Cunningham. Number 23, Mariah Hudgens. And number 51, Lauren Betts.
So with that, the Wolves starting lineup has been announced. Let's hear for your Raiders starting lineup and reserves.
And now let's meet your Raiders. First, the reserves. Number 2, Kate Mikulik. Number 4, London Bachelet. Number 10, Connie Green. Number 11, Brenna Albrecht-Reed. Number 14, Joy Ezek. And number 15, Jane Rum. And your Regis Jesuit starting 5. Number 3, Madden McHugh. Number 5, Corinne Watts. And number 23, Sarah Mulbarger.
So starting lineups being announced with both teams. Raiders opt to go Malbarger at the 5 tonight. Going to be an important decision going up against 6'8" Betts. 6'2" Malbarger going to have a tough task on her hands. Usually not a starter, but you know, when you look and you game plan for this game, you're obviously going to want more height out there on the court to match that height of the Wolves.
Yeah, and I think a thing that you mentioned at the beginning, the lack of reserves that Grandview has. Regis had about basically a whole nother team in reserves that they can play out there. Regis can run up the court. They can full court press. They can play aggressive, fast-paced basketball that Grandview can't afford to play. They have large players, most likely than not, a little bit slower players, and a lot less energy when it comes out to a total energy output.
You know, I'd agree, and something that I saw in the pregame that surprised me was because of Beth's height at 6'8", I figured, you know, she'd be a little slower, just get in the paint and kind of turn around, finish off the glass, but, you know, she proved to be a little bit more movement, having a little more movement, so we'll see how that affects both teams tonight. Gearing up for tip-off, it'll be Betts against Beliebe. David and Goliath situation. And Betts wins the tip. Goes to Betts. Beliebe knocked down immediately. Charles up top. It's to Hudgens. Inside Betts, and already Betts starts off with 2.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that tonight. Betts getting big in the paint. Lobbing it to her, that's all you really have to do. You don't have to make aggressive bounce passes. A quick little lob to her is going to finish the job off well.
Beliebe outside the paint. Comes to Malbarger. Watts in the corner. McHugh up top. Working on Charles. McHugh driving through the lane. Left-handed shot. Rims out. Rebound Betts.
Yeah, notice there wasn't that much crash into the paint as a defensive player. There was just kind of a one-on-one situation. Wasn't expecting to see that, but that might change mid-game.
Up top, Betts. Into the paint, and a foul called. An offensive foul, 3-second violation on Betts. As we mentioned before, at 6'8", lives in the paint, but just a little too long there, Cam.
Yeah, definitely.
Meyer up to Beliebe. Pass tipped by Hudgens, ball on the ground, and a foul called. So that will go against the Wolves, their first foul of the game.
Fouls on number 11, Gabriella Cunningham, her first, team's first of the half.
Yeah, not too much has happened. About, almost 4 minutes now have passed. Kind of a fast-paced game so far, but nothing really has converted for either team. Just that first little play dump that happened.
Ball inbounded to McHugh. Handoff to Watts. A foul called, offensive foul on the Raiders. So back we go, already 2 offensive fouls in this game. Betts in deep to Betts, goes off the glass and into the hands of McHugh. Watts picks up a screen, kicks outside. Mulberger a 3. That one won't go, rebound Betts.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier during the pregame, or actually a little bit before the pregame. 3-point shooting for Raiders needs to be locked down. It's going to move that center outside of the middle. That's going to make it a lot of open space even in the paint with this huge team on a block, as it looks like Betts gets the point there. Again, another lob pass in and just an easy score.
Watts, a 3 of her own, and that one won't fall. Offensive board, Belibi. Swung up top to McHugh. Raiders down 4-0. McHugh, nice move. Gets up to Meyer, stolen away by Hutchins. Fast break, 2-on-1. Betts gets it and puts it up and in. See, that's something where if the Raiders, if we had seen them with Fran Belibi back in those days, standing only at like 6'2", she would have finished off on the fast break with the dunk. Betts being 6'8", opting for the fundamental play there.
Very big fundamentals here as another 3 gets put up for the Raiders, and he puts it away. Yet again.
Inside, Betts, a shot on the way, she's fouled, and she'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of fouls here tonight against Betts, as she's just a huge player. It's kind of like a hack-a-shack situation. Not the greatest shooter we've kind of seen so far, but inside the paint, she is a menace.
Betts first from the line, hits the front of the rim, and won't drop.
London Bachelet checks in for the Raiders.
She'll get a chance for one more at the stripe. Betts averaging 14 a game, so not this team's leading scorer, as her second will fall. McHugh to Watts. Driving, trying to kick to the corner, but pass tipped. Betts will take it up herself. Into the paint, but just too long. And the second turnover of the game from Sienna Betts, looking inside for Lauren Betts. When we look at the stats at the beginning of the game, Cam, Sienna Betts, the younger one, averaging 3.4 assists per game. We wondered why. Well, most of her passes have gone into the interior for Lauren.
Yeah, that sister connection there isn't looking so good so far, as but Levy has a little bit trouble with the ball there.
Meyer swung over to McHugh. Watts gets out of that one. McHugh now. Drives, tough layup, and one! Madden McHugh, and she'll go to the line to try to bring the Raiders within 1.
Foul was on number 1, Maya Charles.
Beautiful take. I mean, that and one was just amazing. Great finish at the basket and great take. Great decision there. They were running a zone defense for most of the time, but ended up stopping there, and the Raiders took advantage of that.
McHugh's only shot from the line hits the front rim. Bachelet gets the offensive board, keeps it in, and gets it to Belibi, who takes the 3. Won't go. Belibi trying to give some momentum, pulling the trigger early in that possession. Charles. Betts up top. Into the paint. Belibi knocks that one away. The follow through won't go either. Ball on the ground and won by Watts. Coming back the other way. Watts, oh, made her stumble. Good pass for Bachelet. Watts driving, baseline, trying to kick up top. Tipped by Hudgens. A 3 on the way. Won't go. Offensive board, Watts, and the Raiders tie it up at 7.
The Raiders here tonight. Rebounds are going great. That defense there in that last play was just immaculate, shutting down that inside court. Everything about that last couple seconds, minutes even, was just amazing by the Raiders.
Betts has that one taken away as Watts will come back with it. Watts to Meyer. Back up top, Watts. To McHugh. She'll take a 3. That one won't go. Rebound taken in by Cunningham. Charles will set up her offense here. That's to Charles. Thought about a 3. Driving off the glass. Rebound McHugh in deep. Loses the handle, but they'll say last touch Charles.
Yeah, they're very good defense we've been seeing so far by the Raiders. Grandview isn't playing as well as we thought they would. We were expecting this team to kind of be we love the Raiders here, but we were kind of expecting a massacre to go on. But the Raiders are really putting up a fight. Let's be honest, those threes aren't falling, but the Raiders are making work in the paint.
Well, a massacre in terms of scoring, I wouldn't agree with because of the Raiders' scoring ability, but rebounds for sure is Believe a 3. That one won't go. Rebound taken in by Betts. But yeah, as we talked about, a rebounding massacre for sure with this height of Grandview, but we haven't seen that either. Tied at 7. Hudgens working on Watts, knocks her down. Tough shot, rebound, Betts, who follows through. 2:03 on the clock, 9-7. Watts, the answer. That'll rim down. Corinne Watts. And the Raiders have taken their first lead of the night, 10-9. Hudgens gets a screen, a mid-range, and the lead goes right back to the Wolves.
Yeah, we've known Hudgens as being a shooter. She's very shifty, very fast, quick ball movements. She's going to be a threat. I mean, 15 points per game is crazy when you look at the stats, and she's just going to be a big threat for these Raiders teams, even with not being the tallest on the court. Puts it away. A nice rainbow arc.
Betts in deep, up top, Hudgens, a 3. Can't respond, Mobarger with the board. McHugh, back the other way. McHugh spinning around, that one got tipped, and Hudgens in transition. Mobarger can't keep up, and a layup goes. Tying it back up at 13. Bachelet. Kicks to Belibi. A 3 on the way. That one hits the rim and won't fall. Betts with the board.
Yeah, the Raiders so far have been pretty on and off with these threes here. But Grandview's kind of picked up their pace a little bit coming into the end of this first quarter.
Charles, a 3. That one falls. And Grandview has taken a 16-13 lead. 8 seconds on the clock. McHugh to Belibi. A 3 on the way. Answers the bell. Belibi tying it up before the end of the first quarter. And through one, your Raiders are knotted with the Wolves at 16. That'll do it for us in the first quarter. I'm Hudson Ridley, joined by Cam Bhuler. We will be back with second quarter of action. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Raider basketball on the Raiders Sports Network. Back with you for second quarter of action on the Raider Sports Network. Hudson Ridley joined by Cam Bhuler. Your Raiders are knotted with the Wolves through one quarter at 16-16 as we get ready for the second quarter of action. Watts, nice move, picks up a screen, step back, in her eye, Corinne Watts!
Watts there coming out with a little bit of movement as it looks like Betts just put it back in. But, I mean, that was some great ball handling skills by Watts, and then just putting up a shot basically in the face.
Driving through the lane, McHugh and one! The Raiders are fired up! Back-to-back big plays to start the second quarter, and the Raiders are up 3 with a chance to make it 4.
Almost a zero time pass, and the Raiders came out shooting. They came out fast. They came out. Energy was just at a top tier, and it's just shown here. It's amazing to watch.
And in for the Wolves. Matt and McHugh at the line to complete the three-point play.
PA announcer said to complete the three-point play, no pressure, Madden. But she doesn't feel pressure as that one goes down, and the Raiders take a 4-point lead. Dillahay. Nice handles. Tipped by Watts. Back the other way. Watts in transition. She's fouled on the shot, and she'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Watts there showing that varsity defense that we love to see. Blocking a pass, you don't want to get it to those big guys. That's exactly what the Raiders are doing. They're stopping those passes into the paint, top of the key. Nothing's going on there for Grandview, and it's just working. It's working amazing here.
Watts shooting her first from the stripe. That'll fall. Raider lead extended to 5. Second one from the stripe goes as well. Dillahay gets it into Hudgens, working one-on-one with Bachelet. Cunningham back up top to Dillahay. They swing it around. Betts in deep. Passes out to Dillahay. That one won't go. Meyer fighting for the rebound with Cunningham, and she stepped out of bounds. So that'll head the other way as it becomes Raiders ball, up 6. Raiders already with the momentum. Cam, what have you seen here that the Raiders can do to take advantage of this momentum and capitalize even more?
I mean, really driving the lane, showing that even as a smaller team, they can score buckets in the lane is going to be a huge demoralizer for this Grandview team. But hitting these threes, too, that's going to space it out there. Of course, that play didn't go as well as they wanted to, but also defense for the Raiders here has been good so far. They're playing a semi-zone, semi-man. Man more up top with a zone deep in middle to get rid of that paint presence.
Cunningham's mid-range won't go. Rebound won by the Wolves in deep. Betts decides not to take it. Dillahay thought about a 3, and she traveled. 3-second violation. Looked like she moved her foot there. Raiders will take the ball anyway, up 6. 6:18 on the clock. Says the first quarter on our scoreboard. It is not. This is the second quarter. Not on our scoreboard, on the scoreboard of the stadium, but says it regardless. Belibi swings around, pass tipped by Hudgens. Meyer and Hudgens battle for it, and it's won by the Wolves. Betts will take this one up slowly. Driving to the hoop, shot misses. Betts the rebound, and the follow-through.
Yeah, not much you can do about that there. 2 just giants shooting at the rim. That defense was probably the best it could ever be.
McHugh wins that pass. Hudgens is jumping these lanes. Belibi a 3. Hits the side of the backboard. Won by Watts. Meyer, nice pump fake. Driving to Belibi, and that one falls.
Great choice there by Sophia Meyer, passing it around. I believe that was passing it around Betts there, making sure she doesn't get stuffed, because let's be honest here, trying to shoot against a 6'8 person ain't going to go too well.
That shot from the 6'8 person didn't go too well either, and a foul called on the Wolves. Betts having a tough night from anywhere outside the paint, but inside the paint, forced to be reckoned with. Cam, what have you seen the Raiders do to neutralize Betts so far?
I mean, really, they got one person fronting Betts and another one behind her. She's basically getting claustrophobic in that paint there. One person making sure that pass doesn't get to her at all, and the second person, even if that pass does, she's going to have a hand in the face.
McHugh to Watts. Back over to McHugh. Passing lane jumped by Betts. Charles will take this one for the Wolves. Betts calling for it. She'll get it. Into Betts. Working up top, Charles. She'll drive into Betts. Wolves had a chance at a 3, but didn't take. Hudgens will drive in. Tough shot. That one won't drop. Battled for on the ground. And they'll say last touch by Mulbarger and the Raiders.
Yeah, they're good defense, making sure Betts doesn't get that rebound, because, I mean, once she gets that rebound, that ball is just going right back into the room.
Into Charles. Charles thought about a mid-range, but the Raiders got to it. Betts in deep to Betts, who just finishes that one off at the rim. Tough to stop. McHugh gets that one back. Belibi in the corner, driving, was kicking out to Mulbarger. One of the keys of this game so far, Hudgens jumping those passing lanes on nearly every play, and a timeout taken by the Raiders. So with that timeout, we are going to take a timeout on the Raider Sports Network. I'm Hudson Ridley, joined by Cam Bhuler, Nick Marks on production, along with Manus Largan. We will see you in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Raider Basketball on the Raider Sports Network. Back out of a timeout on the Raider Sports Network. Hudson Ridley joined by Cam Bhuler. Your Raiders up by 4, 26-22. McHugh gets this one into Miklik. In deep, Mulbarger. Over to Watts. McHugh. Holds this one. Driving in, kicks, Watts, a 3. That one falls. The Raiders blazing hot from behind the arc, and they take a 7-point lead.
Of course, you guys couldn't see me there, but I just made the stank face. I think she put that on 2 people. I think as Betts there just took a very heavy contact layup. But, I mean, she was guarded by 2 people there for that 3?
Yep.
And she put it away. That's just an amazing shot.
McHugh. Pass to Mulbarger. Into the corner. Belibi, a 3. A Raider miss for once in a while. Rebounded by the Wolves.
We're seeing here a lot of threes being taken by the Raiders with defense in their face. They're not shying away from a wide open 3 as the Grandview just took.
Charles' 3.
Yeah, they're taking it as the Grandview defense is just in
nice
their face.
Move by McHugh. Miklik to Belibi. She's doubled. Tough area to get out of. All the way around to McHugh. McHugh setting up her offense. Raiders up 5. Watts picks up a screen. Over to Miklik in the corner. Won't take. Belibi a 3. That one's good. Lead up to 8. Hannah Belibi on fire tonight.
Yeah, there the Raiders taking it a little slow, allowing the play to go out as something was called.
Offensive foul called on the Wolves. So heading back the other way, that'll go against Sienna Betts, and that'll be the 6th foul for the Wolves through this first half.
Yeah.
Substitutions being made.
Yeah, as I was saying before that whole foul debacle thingy, the Raiders, I think what I was going for, I kind of lost train of thought, actually. I don't remember what I was going to say.
Talk about pop music. Shooby-dooby-dooba. McHugh. Over to Watts. Guarded by Betts. Over to Belibi. Thought about it. Won't take. Spin move. Off the glass, and it drops.
Belibi.
Hannah Belibi, whenever you reference Belibi at Regis as Hudgens' shot misses badly, grabs her own miss, and puts it in. Whenever you mention Belibi at Regis, you automatically think of Fran Belibi most of the time. However, Hannah Belibi trying to make that different as a timeout taken. And with that, we will take a timeout on the Raider Sports Network. I'm Hudson Ridley, joined by Cam Bhuler. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Raider basketball on the Raider Sports Network. Coming back out of a timeout on the Raider Sports Network, Hudson Ridley joined by Cam Bhuler. Your Raiders with an 8-point lead over the Grandview Wolves. Raiders will have the ball out of this timeout. 5 on the floor. It'll be Bachelet, McHugh, Belibi, Watts, and Meyer. If you want to shoot the 3 ball, that's the lineup you're going to want. Belibi thought about doing that, but instead it will be called for the travel.
Yeah, there, as you said, this whole lineup is a 3-point shooting team here. They're really going to open up that paint here.
Charles, an open 3, won't connect. Offensive board taken in by the Wolves. Betts up top. Betts calling for it in the paint. Won't get it. Hudgens. Spin move. And that one connects on the turnaround jumper. Leading scorer for this team, often overlooked, but was a finalist for the McDonald's All-American team. In deep, Bachelet shot hits the front rim and won't fall. Back the other way come the Wolves. Full head of steam. Betts in deep, and a travel called.
We've seen tonight a lot of these travel calls being made. They're just, you got to be very disciplined when it comes to it. You have to put that ball down almost instantly as you take that step, or that's going to be called.
McHugh calls for play to develop, picks up her dribble and gets it to Belibi. Watts trying to get open. Meyer into the corner. McHugh, a 3. Won't go. Had an open look at it, but can't extend the lead to 9. Instead, it stays at 6. Hudgens in deep to Betts. Ball ripped. And a foul called.
Yeah, there, Belibi trying to front Betts. Make sure that ball doesn't get to him. That's the number one decision you got to make. I mean, good foul there, honestly. If anything comes out of that, that was a good way to stop Betts from getting a shot down lane.
Hudgens swings it all the way across. A 3 on the way. Lewis can't connect. Rebounded by Watts. 2 on 2. Bachelet to Watts. A 3. Can't hit either. Belibi trying to save it, but won't do so. Cunningham to Betts. Hudgens drives. Mid-range on the way. That one won't go. Rebound Belibi. Raiders can hold for the last shot. McHugh will opt to take it to the rim instead. Belibi, a 3. Won't fall. Betts the board. 7 seconds left. Hudgens with 5. Hudgens, a deep 3, but won't end the half on a make. So that will do it for the first half of action on the Raider Sports Network. Your Raiders lead 34-28 at the half. We will be back with you for a halftime show. I'm Hudson Ridley, joined by Cam Bhuler, Nick Marks, and Manus Largan on production. We will be back with you in just a moment. Don't turn that dial. You're watching Raider basketball on the Raider Sports Network. Welcome to the Raider Sports Network halftime show. I'm Hudson Ridley, joined by Cam Bhuler. We've had a great night of action so far, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
34-28 the score. The Raiders coming into today definitely disadvantaged by the size, disadvantaged by the strength of schedule. However, holding their own and with the 6-point lead. Cam, what have you seen them do tonight that has been so crucial to getting up in this game?
I mean, honestly, it's going to be the fundamentals. I know people talk about it so much, fundamentals, but really that's what's controlling this game so far. They're getting those defensive rebounds. They're getting those offensive rebounds as well. That's super crucial. They're fronting bets. That's exactly what you need to do. Fronting Betts, not allowing her to even get a chance to touch the ball. Of course she's going to score. She's 6'8". She's going to get a rebound every once in a while. But shutting out everybody else and also shutting her down as well is super important. I mean, I can't emphasize that enough.
Yeah, I agree. And, from what we've seen tonight, as you've said, they've done a fantastic job with that. And not just that, on the offensive end, the shooting tonight for the Raiders has been phenomenal, especially Hannah Balibi, who has been on fire, Corinne Watts as well. So with that, that'll do it for our halftime show on the Raider Sports Network. We hope you stick around and enjoy the rest of the game. For now, I'm Hudson Ridley, joined by Cam Bhuler, Nick Marks, and Manus Largan on production. We'll see you in just a moment. Take care. Second half of action just about to get underway here on the Raider Sports Network. Fantastic first half, 34-28 the score at the half. We're hopefully looking for more of the same, as we are a bit of homers sometimes on the Raider Sports Network. But regardless, we're just looking for a good game down the stretch. Wolves will start with it for this half as it's inbounded to Charles. Cunningham will swing to Betts. Charles drives in the paint. Floater on the way. Back rim and out. Beliebe the board. Charles. Good defense on McHugh. Able to slip by. Meyer. A three on the way. That one just a little bit off.
Yeah, here coming at the end of the second quarter, you saw Regis kind of missing their threes a little bit more. I was very worried coming into this second half. That fire is going to be down a little bit. Hopefully the Raiders can bring it back up to what it was, start of the second quarter. Or second quarter.
Second. Yes.
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 Very confusing.
McHugh. We'll get it to Mulbarger. Oh, and Mulbarger. Her pass it was intended for McHugh. Looked like she slipped a little bit. So that'll go out of bounds. And the Wolves starting to pick up a little bit of momentum after a quick bucket and a turnover.
Yeah, best defender on the court is always the court itself, especially when it's slippery.
I like that one, Cam. Charles gets it in deep to Betts, working on Beliebe. Back outside to Charles. A three on the way, and that one falls. McHugh running the break. Out to Mulbarger. Sets a screen for Watts. Beliebe through the lane. Tough shot, and one. Count it, and the foul. Hannah Beliebe.
That's going to be the third and one for tonight, I believe. First one for Beliebe, though. So they're putting in those buckets, and they're getting fouls with them, too. It's amazing
Exactly what you want to see. Beliebe at the line, shooting one. And she'll convert the and one. So the Raiders extend their lead to 4. Cunningham. Up top to Betts. Charles gets a screen. In deep to Betts. Working on the baseline shot. And that'll fall. 2-point game. Watts. Swings over to Meyer. Gets it back to Watts. Meyer with it. Guarded by Betts outside. Might want to take advantage of Betts being on the perimeter. But she'll go back into the paint. McHugh to Meyer. Nice pick and pop, but that one won't find the rim. Short-handed it a little bit.
Raiders slowing down a lot here. They're not playing their fast-paced basketball that we were playing earlier. Hopefully they're going to change that there as a foul happens. For
Blocking foul against Watts.
Number 5, Corinne Watts, her first, team's first of the half.
That'll be the first of the half. Grandview coming into tonight, you may be fooled by the record at 5-9, but they are the number 2 team in the state, having played a national schedule. As that one tipped out by Meyer into the hands of Beliebe. Meyer hands off to Beliebe. Bachelet, a three, won't fall. Rebound taken in by Betts, and back the other way come the Wolves. Betts will get it in deep, mismatch. Thought that was a pass, it was actually a shot. Figured they'd take advantage of 6'8" Lauren Betts being matched up against probably 5'6" Madden McHugh. Shot on the way, tough shot, but she'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's Corinne Watts, the team's leading scorer.
Yeah, so far in this game, there hasn't been too much going on so far. 3-point shooters for the Raiders hasn't been great here as the first free throw goes.
Watts.
He's the dealer, checks in for the Wolves.
Second from the stripe is good. So, connecting on both will bring the Raiders up by 4, 39-35. 4:50 on the clock in the third quarter. Dillahay gets it inside to Betts, who finishes off a tough shot in deep. And slowly but surely, Betts is starting to heat up.
Yeah, we were talking about it. Betts is going to score. There's not much you can do about that. If she gets the ball in the paint, most likely than not, that's going to be a point for this Grandview team here. But the Raiders just aren't playing as well as they have been earlier.
Foul will go against the Raiders. Will go against McHugh. So the Wolves will get the ball back down 2 as they creep closer to the Raider lead. Charles swings to Dillahay. Picks up a screen. Pass tipped by Watts. Nice defense. Back the other way. Belibi in transition up for the layup. I thought we were going to see shades of Fran there. We did not. Safe layup. Fundamentals. Coach Pop basketball right there.
Really good to see that good defense that we were seeing earlier in the game, making sure that Betts doesn't get the ball top of the key, bottom of the key, anywhere on the court. You don't want Betts with the ball.
Cunningham in deep. Betts working on Belibi. Gets doubled. Dillahay to Betts. And a 3-second violation. So Betts making herself at home in the paint tonight, per usual for most games. Wonder if she draws this many 3-second violations in most games, because we're already up to about 3.
Yeah. Really easy fix to it, too. Take a step out and a step back in, you'll be all fine. But getting caught up in the game, of course, that's going to happen.
Too focused. They're going to call looks like a moving screen on McHugh there. So it'll go back the other way, 41-37. Something I noticed about Betts on the last possession, she was doubled by Belibi and Meyer in the paint, and instead of taking the shot over smaller competition, she opted to pass it out. Interesting to see if she'll do that again. Charles. Ball tipped by Watts, and she may rack up a triple-double on steals. Watts slows down, pops, won't go. Offensive board winds up in the hands of Meyer. Swung over to Watts. She'll take again. That one rims out off the foot and out of bounds of Hudgens.
Yeah, I mean, that was just really good Raider basketball. Shots, of course, weren't falling, but they were being aggressive, getting those rebounds, and that's what you need to do for this Raider offense.
Watts outside. Passes to McHugh. McHugh driving, tough shot. Won't go. Belibi the offensive board and the putback. Hannah Belibi cleaning the offensive glass. She's been everywhere on the offensive and defensive end tonight.
I think that's honestly the first time we've seen tonight for the Raiders a rebound in the paint just to put back for a layup. I mean, I don't think we've seen that so far.
I don't think we have either. Charles driving up top to Betts, who can't finish off and shot in close. Watts the other way. She'll slow it down and get it to McHugh. Raiders with a 6-point lead. Belibi trying to make it 9. Can't do so. Meyer saves it. Gets it to Belibi. Tough shot from Belibi, and that falls.
You know, the gym's feeling a little hot here because Belibi is just on fire at the moment. She is controlling this game.
Might need a little couple NBA Jam references here. Don't be surprised if I throw in a boom shakalaka or two. Hudgens will head to the line to shoot 2.
Mariah Hudgens at the line, 2 shots.
Hudgens, the team leading scorer coming into today, averaging 15.4 a game.
Kate Mikulik checks in for the Raiders.
Mikulik will check in for Bachelet. Raiders readjusting their lineup here. They have 6 on the court. They're going to have to decide as Meyer will check out. Hudgens is second from the line, connects as well, and a timeout taken. So with that timeout, we will also take a timeout on the Raiders Sports Network. I'm Hudson Ridley. You're watching this presentation of Raider basketball on the Raiders Sports Network. Timeout is over, and we are back. 2:01 on the clock. Third quarter. Raiders up 6, 45-39. Hudson Ridley joined by Cam Bhuler, Nick Marks, and Manus Largan on production. Watts, double teamed. Into the corner, finds Mikulik, nice pass. Mikulik, nice shot. And that'll fall. Mikulik with an impressive play.
Yeah, they're coming out with a double team by Grandview. Haven't seen that so far, trying to shut down that Raider offense from even starting up in the first place. Raiders moving the ball around the court well. Good court vision by everybody there.
Driving in is Hudgens' shot, left a little short. Betts the follow through, and that'll drop.
You're rebounding against like a 6'3".
I mean, that's
Betts.
tough.
It's going to happen.
And the future is bright for Grandview because Sienna Betts, 6'3", freshman. McHugh kicks to the corner. Mikulik, can she do it again? No, she can't, but Beliebe, the offensive board, can't put that one back in. Might have needed to take more time with that look. We're ticking down to around a minute remaining in the third quarter of action. Betts up top. And another 3-second call. That time, that one going against Hudgens and not Betts. Shows the style of play that they've been playing all night, a paint-heavy focus. McHugh to Meyer. Swings back to McHugh. She'll take it herself through the lane. Beliebe, corner three. Won't go. Rebound pulled in by Betts. 37 on the clock in the third quarter. Out top to Betts. Charles picks up a screen to Betts. And a travel. Shooting themselves in the foot tonight with all of these travels.
Yeah, we've seen here nothing's happened too exciting here. Raiders still getting those offensive rebounds, though, we've been noticing so far, especially in this third quarter. Maybe it hasn't always worked out for them the way they wanted, but they're getting everywhere, especially Beliebe. She's all over the court.
Mikulik to McHugh. 9 on the clock. Double teamed. McHugh behind her back. Nice play to Meyer. A three. Won't go. Nearly a very climactic end to the quarter, but instead the lead will stay at 6. So with that, we will sign off till the third quarter on the Raider Sports Network. I'm Don't turn that dial. You're watching Raider basketball on the Raider Sports Network. Nothing like party in the USA to get a student section fired up. Welcome back to the fourth quarter of action on the Raider Sports Network. Hudson Ridley joined by Cam Bhuler on the call.
Party in the USA. It's an absolute classic.
I mean, fantastic song. And fantastic pass over to McHugh. Driving through the lane, carving him up. Meyer a three. That one connects. Raiders take a 9-point lead on a three from Meyer.
There we go. Beautiful ball movement and just a great way to finish off that play there by Meyer.
Charles kicks up top to Cunningham. Betts in deep to Betts. A turnaround shot. Gives it a little kiss off the glass and down. Little Bill Rafferty. Watts driving. Good handles. Mikulik in deep. Kicks to the corner. McHugh will settle this one. Raiders moving at a fast pace will decide to slow it down. McHugh splits the double team off of the foot of a Wolves player, and it'll stay with the Raiders.
Yeah, we've seen here the Raiders have been driving into the lane. Of course, they can't really put up a shot against 6'8", but they're driving the lane. They're opening stuff up outside the court. People are crashing in. That's going to open up the outsides. And as we know, the Raiders have been pretty hot from three so far, so expect more of this to come.
Watts to inbound for the Raiders. McHugh swings to Meyer. Bachelet in the corner, guarded by Betts, being crafty, over to Watts. Watts losing the handle, swings all the way over, high arcing pass, corner three on the way. That one goes. Double-digit game. Sophia Meyer. Charles into Betts, in deep. Betts, shot misses, rebound Watts. Ball up for Bachelet, and she just wasn't looking for it. Raiders going to have to settle down. They were trying to push the pace too fast, and that caught up to them.
Yeah, they're great defense by Belibi. You just got to be a body in front of them. You can't do anything else, honestly. That's just all you have to be. You can't block them. You can't do anything like that. So just being in front of them, being a presence, scaring them off of just an easy shot is exactly what you have to do.
Charles. Pass tipped inside. Turnaround shot from Hudgens falls. That is her bread and butter, that turnaround. We've seen it all night. Watts splits the double team off the glass but won't go. Wolves with the rebound. Betts up top. Passes in deep to Hudgens. Turnaround shot, laid it off the glass, won't go. Cunningham in deep, easy shot, and can't get the and one.
Fouls on number 13, Hannah Belibi, her second, team's fifth.
Foul will be on Belibi, and Hudgens will head to the line to shoot two.
Gabrielle Cunningham at the line, 2
8-point Raider lead. If you guys have not noticed, we've got a new camera set up. It's one of those fancier nights where we run a bit of a fancier setup. Got 2 cameras, 3 cameras. Yep, 3 cameras tonight. As that shot won't go. Offensive board, though, by Hudgens. Easy shot from Cunningham, but she traveled on the way to the hoop.
Good rebound by Grandview, as Grandview, for the first time tonight, goes into a full-court press. Nobody in backcourt, as
Raiders will take a timeout. So with that timeout, we will also take a timeout on the Raider Sports Network. I'm Hudson Ridley, joined Back out of a timeout on the Raider Sports Network. Raiders trying to hold on to a 7-point lead on the Wolves. McHugh swings to Beliebe. Guarded by Betts up top. Swings to McHugh. 3-ball. Can't go. Rebounded by Betts and headed back the other way with Charles. Charles will slow this one down. 5:20 on the clock. 7-point game. Charles passes in tight to Betts. Ball knocked by Beliebe, but they'll call a foul.
Fouls on number 13, Hannah Beliebe, her third, team 6th of the half.
That is Beliebe's third foul of the night. Raiders' 6th of the half as they creep closer and closer to that bonus.
Yeah,
Grandview only
there.
with 2 fouls.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there. Beliebe having to try to front. Trying to front Betts is a hard task to do. As we've seen, it's kind of worked and failed multiple times. But getting a foul on her is honestly possibly one of the better choices, as it kind of worked out for the
McHugh
Raiders.
gets taken down. Ball on the ground. Charles driving to the lane. Reverse layup goes. McHugh just losing that handle. Coming back the other way, McHugh to Watts. Watts into the paint, and she responds. Raider lead back up to 7.
This game the whole night has been a response and call back over and over again. Grandview is going to score. Regis is going to score 2 times. That's just how it's been so far.
A boxing match here for sure as they're trading blows. Raiders going to try to make them say, no mas, no mas. Forget what Boxer said that, but my dad says that all the time. Watts loses the handle, and it'll go back the other way. The Wolves will get another chance. Passed in tight to Betts, and she traveled.
That's the whole front and stay behind Betts that we've been talking about this whole time. It's gonna freak Betts out. She's gonna make decisions she usually wouldn't make,
And
like for instance traveling.
And she finally gets pulled from the game as McHugh with a good angle on that inbound. Kicks to Meyer. Thought about a 3, won't take. Hands off to Mulbarger. Up top, McHugh. Ticking down under 4 minutes. Watts taken down. There's a foul called on Dillahay. That'll be the Wolves' 3rd of the half.
Her third, team's third.
McHugh. Meyer calling for it. She'll get it. Won't take the shot, though. Working on Charles. Gets it back up top to McHugh. McHugh working on Cunningham. Gets it to Watts. Watts. Nice move. Ball tipped by Dillahay. 1-on-2 for the Wolves. Hudgens, tough shot, and she gets that to go. 5-point game, 3:16 on the clock. Through the lane, floater from Watts won't go. Board grabbed by Dillahay. Raiders gonna have to play some pretty staunch defense here. Hudgens, a 3, won't go. Rebounded by Watts, and she's fouled by Hudgens.
Yeah, very fast-paced game there. Hutchins kind of heating up a little bit here, we're seeing. Nothing much has happened, though, for the Raiders. Offensive hasn't been too ecstatic. Nothing has really happened. So we're just waiting for something like that to happen. A little point streak would basically seal off this game.
Hudgens calling her own number there.
Timeout, Regis Jesuit, full timeout.
So we were going to try a little something different on the Raider Sports Network, trying to do a little intermission with the the camera on us, but instead, camera will not be on us for this one. Sorry, I have to wave off my producer. He's going to go turn it around. We are all good. Just under 3 minutes remaining. Cam, a boxing match so far. What do the Raiders have to do to close this one out?
I mean, honestly, all that needs to happen, the Raiders just need to make shots. They've been putting up a lot of things. Nothing has been falling. That three-point game in the beginning for the first 3 quarters was spot on. They were hitting almost everything. They just need to get that fire back up. Grandview has started heating up, and they need to put out that fire as quickly as possible.
As you mentioned, Grandview heating up, and, calling her own number on the heat check there. Hudgens, 15.4 a game. The leader of this team, or one of the leaders of this team, you can see that they're starting to get into dire straits, only down 5. Hasn't been a good shooting performance. The one thing you can't do if you're the Raiders is let Betts beat you late in the game. McHugh. Driving in, cutting through, ball off of Hudgens and out of bounds. Raiders will maintain possession.
Yeah, we've seen, especially this fourth quarter, the Grandview defense has gotten a lot more in the Raiders' face there.
Ball taken away by Hudgens. Coming back the other way, Hudgens, tough shot, won't go. Offensive board by Betts. Working in deep. Betts, shot falls. 3-point game. McHugh driving, tough shot, fouled from behind, won't get the call. And back the other way come the Wolves. Betts comes to the scorer's table. Not a welcome sight for the Raiders as they're only up 3. Cunningham to Hudgens, and a timeout called.
Timeout, Grandview. Full timeout.
So, during this timeout break, Raiders have 2 scored on them in the last minute. 2:11 on the clock, going to have to hold that 3-point lead, something that is very difficult to do in this game, especially when timeout taken. Betts comes in. Cam, what do they have to do to shut down Betts in these last 2 minutes, 11 seconds?
I mean, honestly, shutting down Betts is a 50-50 chance. You got to get a body on her. You got to get 2 bodies on her. Let's be honest here. Hutchins, too. She's going to be a threat, especially at the perimeter. We see she's taking a lot more threes, and those threes are going to start falling soon enough. You got to make sure those 2 people have the ball for the least amount of time as possible.
And that least amount of time as possible, not resulting in a shot, hopefully. But as you mentioned, getting a body on her, and especially double teaming her in that paint, because when we noticed she would get double teamed, she would be a team player and pass out. Interesting to see if she'll do that down the stretch or if she'll call her own number. So we return to the action on the court. The Raiders with a 3-point lead and the ball. Or excuse me, Wolves have the ball. It'll be Charles to inbound. Hudgens. Kicks all the way over to Cunningham. In deep, pass tipped by Watts for what has to be her 10th steal of the night at this point. Meyer passes up the 3. Watts will take. Watts can't make. Offensive board nearly won by Belibi. They'll say she touched it last and out of bounds. Belibi working in tight, nearly getting that offensive board on Betts.
Yeah, I mean, this whole game I've kind of been moving back in my seat, clutching my fists. Belibi, she's been everywhere on this court. We were really hoping getting that offensive rebound, but putting up those shots are going to start falling. Like we said, for Hutchins, it's going to start falling for her. It's going to start falling for the Raiders as well.
Charles to Hudgens. In the corner, Cunningham. An open look for Charles, but won't take. Betts up top. Into Betts in deep. Shot in close. And a 1-point game. Raiders going to have to get a bucket on this end. Watts to Bachelet. She'll get it to Meyer. To McHugh. McHugh has that ball tipped. Guarded tightly by Charles. Taken away. Going back the other way. Charles, it's blocked, but they'll call a foul.
Fouls on number 3, Adam McHugh. First, second.
So Charles will head to the line for a chance to take the lead for the first time in a long time. Student section gonna need to get hyped here. Charles's first connects and ties the game at 55.
Makes the first of 2.
Yep, there's not much you can do about things like that. That's just going to happen. The Raiders just need to start converting on their offensive plays. That hasn't happened in a long time.
Charles to try to take the lead. She won't get it. Offensive board, Hutchins, and they'll get 2 instead of 1. Raiders did not box out. Belibi to Meyer. Raiders guarded tightly and a timeout taken with 58.8 on the clock. So with that timeout, we will take a timeout on the Raider Sports Network. I'm Hudson Ridley, joined by Cam Bhuler, Nick Marks, Manus Largan, and Aiden Garver on camera. You're watching Raider basketball on the Raider Sports Network. (57-55), the Raiders trail. After leading all game virtually, the Wolves have stormed back, clawed their way back, and taken a 2-point lead. Meyer to inbound with the 6'8" Betts guarding the pass. Meyer gets this one into McHugh. 56 on the clock. Bachelet. Guarded tightly. Out to Meyer. Belibi up top. She'll call her own number. Turnaround won't go. Betts grabs the board. Charles guarded tightly by McHugh. Wolves in the bonus. Harassed by McHugh. She'll pick up her dribble. Hudgens guarded tightly and a foul called. With 25 on the clock, Hudgens will head to the line to shoot 1 and 1.
Yeah, you know, I'd want to say something. I just can't. This is a last-second scenario. The Raiders possibly should have gotten that foul call earlier, but it didn't happen. It's all up to this shot right here.
1 and 1. Raiders gonna need to box out if it's a miss. Hudgens, ice cold, connects on the first. Still a 3-point game. This next one would make it a lot tougher on the Raiders. Hudgens, shooting her second from the line. It falls. So the Wolves with a 4-point lead. McHugh gets across half court and they'll call a timeout.
Timeout, Regis Jesuit, full timeout. Their final timeout of the game.
So the Raiders with a tough last few seconds. Cam, with 21.4 on the clock, you're down 4. Do you go for 2, or do you try to take the 3, make it a 1-point game, and go for a foul?
You gotta, man. This is so hard to say. I'm honestly going to go with the possibly more risky option and go for that 3. If you knock down that 3, that's going to stop Grandview's momentum. that's going to stop a lot of things. You can go for the 2, play it safe, get that foul, but if they end up getting another 2 free throws, the game's basically done at that point. You have to shoot the 3. You have to go for the 3.
Your best way to get yourself back in this game, I'd agree, is with a 3 and a quick foul to send them to the line for 1 and 1. With 21.4 on the clock, we'll see what they do. Lineup out there for the Raiders. It'll be Bachelet, Belibi, McHugh, Watts, and Meyer. For the Wolves, it'll be Charles, Dillahay, Betts, Cunningham, and Hudgens. McHugh gets open. Clock ticks. 19 seconds. 18. Keeps going. Meyer to McHugh in the corner. Well drawn up play. She's fouled. Grandview will obviously take that foul, as they are not in the bonus, so the Raiders going to have to draw something else up. 12 seconds on the clock. If you're going to get a 3, it has to get off fast. McHugh is open. Hands off to Watts. They got to take. McHugh can't hit. Bachelet in deep. Off the glass goes. Thrown into Hudgens, and that'll end it for the game as the clock kept running. Tough break for the Raiders as the refs jog off the court quickly. Not the result they wanted, but they fought tooth and nail through the whole thing, falling by 2 in the very end. We will have a post-game show for you in just a few minutes coming up. For now, I'm Hudson Ridley, joined by Cam Bhuler, Nick Marks, Manus Largan, and Aiden Garver on camera. We'll be back with you in just a moment. Hudson Ridley joined by Cam Bhuler for this Raiders Sports Network post-game show. Final score, 59-57, not in favor of the Raiders, but in favor of the Wolves. Raiders led the whole way through. Cam, can you tell me what led to their collapse tonight?
Honestly, I think it was the fact that Grandview really showed here that they are a second-half team. They heated up very quickly. The Raiders weren't expecting that, and especially I think it was a 5-minute run where the Raiders didn't score a single point. That is going to kill your momentum. That's going to kill your drive to play in the game whatsoever. And also, you're just not scoring points. Nothing's happening for your team.
Yeah, a really tough last few minutes for the Raiders. As we mentioned, in Grandview, just hitting on all their shots. We said that they can't let Betts beat them, and down the stretch, that's exactly what happened. Regardless, the Raiders will bounce back. This 5-9 Grandview team, nationally ranked, multiple McDonald's All-American finalists, a McDonald's All-American finalist, McDonald's All-American player, and the #1 player in the country at 6'8", and it was just enough to edge out the Raiders on their home court. So that will do it tonight for us. Hudson Ridley, joined by Cam Bhuler, Nick Marks, Manus Largan, and Aiden Garver on camera. Not the result we hoped for, but we're proud of you nonetheless, Raiders. For all of us here on the Raider Sports Network, I'm Hudson Ridley. We hope you enjoyed this presentation of Raider basketball on the Raider Sports Network. Take care.